hear shit about anything when it comes to, oh, Angel Reese is always targeted. Somebody's always bothering Angel Reese. She's such a victim. Everybody always has her name in their mouth and da 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 and da 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 da. I'm tired of hearing it, yo. She's an attention seeker, bro. She's an attention seeker who does lame petty shit to get attention, to get people to talk about her, things that she'll denounce to the end of the death of their, oh, there's no rivalry, I don't, what I'm saying, I don't kind of partake in that kind of nonsense, da 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 da. She does all the weird shit on the court when she's mocking Caitlyn. Anytime Caitlyn does anything, everybody knows in Chicago when Kennedy Carter knocked her to the ground, Angel Reese is hopping up as if she just won the fucking lottery. Like it's just always one corny thing after another, and it continues tonight. So unless you've been living under a rock the last 24 hours, just yesterday, Caitlin Clark released finally her sneakers. So the Caitlin ones finally released. We finally got a picture of them. Got to see them on her feet in a couple of pictures, and I think overall it's a pretty solid shoe. Pretty solid shoe. I really like how the texture looks. There's a couple of different Easter eggs on the shoe that you could look up and kind of see. I think one of them is like says like shoot more threes. And with everybody's excited. Everybody's coming out with different colorways. Everybody's just living in the moment of Caitlyn finally getting this shoe after signing with Nike. What, 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point, they finally have decided to use their marquee superstar that they signed, and the shoe finally is dropping, and so everybody's talking about Caitlyn. Everybody's talking about Caitlyn, and what does Angel Reese? If we're not going to blame Angel Reese, what does Reebok do? Coincidentally, not 24 hours later, they come out with a new colorway for the what I think they're called the AR ones, the Reese ones, whatever the fuck. So we get a new colorway of them. Here they are right here. The poison. And listen, overall, like hating shit aside, they're a pretty good looking shoe. I ain't gonna lie. If I was still hooping these days, I rock these. This is fire. I like how bright they look on the court when you out there busting ass. Like, me personally, I like to have some nice bright shoes. Go out there and be like, who that nigga out there with the motherfucking bright yellow shoes on you? That's me. So I rock with the shoe. The shoe looks solid. I've heard it has some kind of shaky performances as far as how it is actually on the court, but a decent looking shoe. But for them to be dropping this not 24 hours when we're finally talking about somebody else, not just somebody else, Caitlin Clark of all people, it's just lame, bro. It's just lame. It's corny. It's another sign of just somebody seeing an opportunity where Caitlin Clark is thriving and people are talking about Caitlin. And they're like, how can I include myself? How can I make this about me? And in this way, it's, hey, let's go ahead and drop a new colorway for a shoe that's been out for what, well over a year at this point. Like Angel had her moment. Angel had her moment when she dropped her shoe. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was hyped. They were cool. They're cool shoes. Happy for her. All this good shit. When Caitlyn gets her moment, what are we doing? We're all of a sudden now we're dropping new colorways, bro. That's lame, bro. That's lame as fuck. And here she is walking in. Of course, like I said, you can't just stop with the coin shit dropping the shoe. What are you gonna do? You got shoes on your feet, but you're walking in with the new shoes in your hand. Just come on, bro. I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it about how Angel is targeted and Angel is, everybody's always trying to do something to Angel. Angel is a shit starter. I've said it for years. Angel is a shit starter. She's a fire starter. She's all it is. People aren't just making it up. It's not just we hate black women. It's not that, bro. I promise you, it's not. If you look at Angel's actions as a person, Angel's actions on the court, they can rub people the wrong way. If you're not a super fan of hers, they can rub you the wrong way. The same way how people don't love Caitlyn's antics on the court. So I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing about everybody's always attacking her. She starts to shit herself, and I'm just over it. I'm just over it. But with that said, let's go ahead and we'll roll over into the game. So Fever lose a heartbreaker tonight against I always call every loss a heartbreaker. They're not all heartbreaking, I'll be honest with you. I don't know why I say that. But the Fever lose a game tonight to the Atlanta Dream by a score of 108 to 101. A real weird game overall. So generally, whenever I watch Indiana Fever games, I kind of like the game flow to be that all three players, our big three, Caitlyn, Kelsey, Aaliyah, are all involved in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? At all times of the game, I don't really like a situation. I might say I don't like a situation, but we don't generally see a situation where Kelsey's going for 30, but Caitlyn only has 8, and then Aaliyah has, we see that every here and then. And those are the games where the team struggles. Those are the game where we're really grinding it out towards the end because we just don't have the things that really make the team going. This shit only works when Kelsey, Aaliyah, and AB, or Kelsey, Aaliyah, and Caitlyn are all going. The shit only works that way. If we only got 2 of the 3, our chances of winning goes down substantially. And so for a good portion of this game, we really didn't have much Kelsey Mitchell. I think that going into halftime, she only had 5 points, wasn't really involved in the offense. Luckily, Caitlin was out here having a great game. She was 26 points, seven assists. Got into a little bit of foul trouble. We'll talk about that in a bit. Overall, played a great game. For this to be the game that she's debuting the new shoe, of course, all eyes are on her regardless. I thought she played pretty solid. She was 8 of 17 from the line. 8 of 17 from the floor, sorry. 2 of 5 from 3. 8 of 12 from the line. These missed free throws are kind of getting weird. Like, it got kind of weird first with the miss again when she missed the clutch one. Then she missed one here and there. I think the past couple games, I think she missed 2 against the Tempo. And then here we go. We got 4 more tonight. There's some weird shit going on at the free throw line with her at the second half of the game tonight. She did a better job of knocking down the free throw. So we could have had a 30 ball if we just knocked down all our free throws. So, that sucks. But overall, really good game for Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston was moving different out there today. Like, Aaliyah, let me talk to you real quick. This is a mean Aaliyah Boston moment real quick, because I know you're watching this video. I just know it in my heart. This is what we need to see from you every single game, Aaliyah. The way how you was moving like a wing out there at some point, but not just like in the aspect of like you was playing like just like a perimeter player. You was playing like a wing, but you was getting to your spot and you was dominating these little ass girls. And I need to see that every single game. Whether it been Nas Hillman, whether it been Angel Reese, whether it been Okot, it didn't matter. Whoever they put on you, you was getting to your spot and you was hitting that little button, that little floater shot over them every single time. And that's what the team needs from you every single game. If we get Aaliyah moving like that every single game, Caitlin's really been getting it going lately. Kelsey's the last couple of games has really been playing within the flow of the offense, even down the stretch of this game. For her to be so quiet in the first half, she did finish with 26 points she finished with? She finished with 26 points on the game, or a game where she was super, super quiet, because towards the end of the game, she really got into her flow. She got downhill. When she got downhill, saw the ball going in, and she was able to hit a couple threes. I think she hit 3 threes today, knocked down all her free throws. Like, the team was the flow of the game as to why it led to the game falling out that way, because with them not having that push from Aaliyah from Kelsey in the second quarter, and them not really getting that push from Caitlin in the fourth quarter, they didn't have what it takes to overtake the Dreams lead, and the Dream were able to come out here and pull out a dub. Tough loss. Tough loss. Kind of like you want to consider this a statement game. We were on this 4-game winning streak, but we really hadn't played anybody. I feel like the best team we did play was the Tempo, and that was a game we actually looked the best in. But we struggled against Chicago. We struggled against Connecticut. Pulled those out with wins, but like you just kind of didn't love the way how they looked. And for this to be a game against against a playoff team, it's like another thing continuing tonight, where teams that have seen us twice have done a great job of messing up our offense, and they did a better job of getting downhill. Like, I feel like in this game, Ryan Howard played with great force in that first matchup. I believe that the Dream were coming off a back-to-back in that first matchup, so I feel like that kind of contributed to a lot of like their energy issues in that game. But in this game tonight, they looked well rested. Ryan Howard, like I said, she came out super, super aggressive, got a steal on the first possession of the game, got a bucket, and kind of just played steady the whole game. It wasn't really like a regular Ryan Howard explosion where she knocked down a bunch of threes and got to the rim. Like, she only made 6 shots, but she made shots when she needed to make shots, and she got plenty of deflections, plenty of steals. I'm surprised that she only got 2 steals. I felt like she got 2 steals in the first quarter, and then she got like 4 or 5 deflections after that I feel like at least 1 or 2 of them had to have led to a steal. So just overall a great game. 6 assists, 5 boards. Alicia Gray, another big performance. Not big performance, played solid. 17 points, 6 of 11. If for this to have been a game, last game the Dream guards really struggled, really were non-existent. I feel like they were really present today. Nas Hillman, she did a big job, big time. Knocked down 3 3-pointers today. Really just everybody on the Dream played solid. I'm gonna get to Angel Reese in a minute. Jordan Canada, Alicia Gray, Tahina Powell, all the guards. Isabel Borlaze, is that her name? All of them did a great job the entire night of getting downhill, getting in the paint. We couldn't stop them to save our lives. Caitlin was probably the worst of it. I said it on Twitter. If you hit Caitlyn with the left to right, she don't know what to do. This Jordan can literally come down in semi transition, hit Caitlyn with a left to right crossover, get to the rim 7 times out of 10. If she wasn't scoring, she was getting fouled. It's a problem. Like us not having a point of attack defender. I've been saying it in multiple videos now. It's a problem. And over the last couple games, I feel like there really weren't players that really can make us pay too much. Especially with I think Brittany Sykes got hurt in the last game, so their best player, their best downhill threat, she was off the floor. I'm a little worried about that. I feel like with us being a 9-6 team, we're a bit fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? We have a couple of tough wins against teams that where the game could have went the other way. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with our losses. A lot of our losses could have also been wins, but a lot of our wins could have also been losses if things have just played out a different way. So I feel like we definitely still got some searching to do. We still got some solid defense that we need to that we really need to lock in more consistently. We definitely took a step back tonight. But overall, like I feel like for this to be a game where the defense is non-existent, we get these kind of like I said, we got Caitlyn big through the first 3 quarters. We got Kelsey and Aaliyah big in the third and fourth quarter. But overall, we just didn't have our big guns down the stretch. Let me actually talk about it a little bit. Actually, no. Before I go to the rest of the favorite players, let me talk about Angel Reese. So Angel Reese had a phenomenal game today. I gotta say, Angel Reese against Caitlin Clark. I believe she's now 6-2 against Caitlin in the pros, and in the 2 games that she's played, the 2 games that she's won, she's been phenomenal. I believe the first game was that game against where Nalissa Smith was out there getting baked by Angel. I believe Angel had like 25 and 12 that game or some shit like that. And tonight, after getting into foul trouble in the first half, I thought that was really going to take her out of her game. It didn't. It actually made her better. She came out in the third quarter more focused. I feel like she took smarter shots down the stretch. Everybody knows Angel Reese to be just throwing the ball up at the rim. A lot of the time she caught the ball patiently, made a move. A couple times where I thought that Michaela Timpson was doing a pretty good job of staying on her and making things making the ankle tough enough for her. She was able to make a play and score anyway. So gotta give credit to Angel for coming out here having a big game. 21 points, 11 rebounds. Even with the foul trouble, she pushed through. So shout out to Angel. But you are annoying as fuck. I gotta lie to you. I can't lie to you. You are annoying as fuck. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, my girl. You did your thing. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the Fever team. So like I said, it wasn't really a bad game overall for our bench. I think the Dreams bench was just a little bit better tonight. But Sophie Cunningham still is on fire. She knocked down 2 threes in that first half. Mo Billings came out here and gave great effort, as she always does. Doesn't always, result in the best performance, but gave great effort. Michaela Timpson, let me talk about KK for a minute. KK did a great job tonight. I think this is probably I didn't see the Tempo game, so I'm not sure how that would have went. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the box score for that game either. But KK played very under control in this game. She played for the first time, I think, like a mature, version of the player that we need her to be. And, if this is something that we can get from her on a consistent basis, then we'll definitely take it. She was strong out there, catching the ball, finishing, doing a great job of defending shots, got a couple of blocks. Let me see. She finished with 2 blocks? Only with no blocks? I could have swore she had at least one. The scorekeeper was on some weird shit today. But, yeah, so she came out there and she played some great defense, made a couple big plays on offense. That's what we need from her on a consistent basis. She played smart, was able to stay on the floor. Great job, KK. Great job. But listen, man, can't be too mad, can't be too upset. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what Twitter's talking about. No, we're not going to talk about that. We're going over here. We're here. So we're talking about. We had a collision of the sneakers during the game here. So, Caitlin driving to the basket, ends up tripping and falling on Angel's shoe. So we had a little shoe clash there. For a minute, I was a little nervous. Thought Caitlin had a little ankle injury, but she was able to push through. Actually, I'm not entirely sure because towards the end of that game, when they showed her on the bench, it looks like she was still flexing that ankle. So hopefully that's not something we got to worry about too much. Caitlin was definitely on one just with, the refs today. She was very, very demonstrative a lot of times of the game, especially in this interaction here where I think that this was after after she had a basket waved off. I think it was actually this basket right here. So she puts Burleys in the fucking blender, gets a nice little and one, but they call the foul on the floor, and she just goes absolutely ballistic. And this wasn't the first time that she did it today. And I think that a couple of times did actually take her out of her game, and that's what we can't have. I'm not going to go into a whole tirade here. Obviously, we know Caitlin's a fiery, explosive player, and I will always support Caitlin being an explosive and fiery player, but we got to be smart. A couple of times I think it took her out of her game. That's kind of may have resulted in her may have missing a couple of those free throws. So lost her cool. Otherwise, she played a great game. You know what I'm saying? She was able to get to the basket, able to knock down a couple of threes. Let me see what else we got. Do I not have any highlights here? No, I guess not. Yeah, but like I said, overall, she played a great game. Let me see if I can find them here. Let's just type the girl's name in. Last 4 games going crazy. 26 points per game, 9 assists. At the 3 points made, got to go up, man. I'm not living with 2.3 threes, especially when we got Olivia Miles out here doing what she's doing. She's snatching our chain, not only with the whole pure point guard shit, but she's also been knocking down threes all of a sudden. I think she started off at 11%. Now she's knocking down 37% from the 3, yo. Like, come on, Kayla, we got to step that up. But here's a couple of highlights for her for the game. So like I said, overall, she played great. Getting to the basket, playing strong. I love downhill Caitlin. The three-point shot has been struggling so much that she really has leaned into developing a mid-range shot. And, hey, listen, I love it all. I really firmly do believe the three-point shot will come back at some point. She can't struggle with this for the rest of the season or for the rest of her career. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I refuse that to be something that happens to her. I think she needs to get more looks like this, though. She needs to get a lot more catch-and-shoot looks. She needs to get proficient at the catch-and-shoot looks. If she can become 45% on catch and shoot threes, then listen, bro, that gives, Steph White the confidence to draw more plays for her, knowing that if we can get her in the right situation with her hands, with her feet squared up to the basket, then she'll knock down shots. Overall, like I said, the mid-range shot has been really impressive, looking like Book with the leg sleeve, getting downhill, getting to the basket, just overall loving this. What I really need to see, though, is Aaliyah Boston's highlights. Aaliyah Boston is somebody who's really balling out there. Like, and at one point in the third quarter, I was like, I don't even recognize this woman right now, how the way that she's playing. There we go. Here's the highlights right here. This is what we want to watch. Here's what we want to see. Can y'all see that? I can't see them. I'll just monitor. Look at that. Get to the basket. She's too fucking little, AB. Step through to the basket. This was so calm. This is all first quarter stuff. This is calm. Dropping a nice little dime to KK. Nice catch, nice finish. Need to see more of that. Love to see if KK can get more minutes. She came through, was, like I said, coming down, dribbling into the post, setting herself up, getting that little push shot going. Loved it. But wait till we get to the third quarter. That's when she started moving freaky. We love an Aaliyah Boston three-pointer. I think this is like the 4th or 5th game in a row that she's knocked down a three-point shot. Actually, I'm not sure if she made one against Toronto, but I'm going to say that she did. Another one getting to the basket, but let's see it. Let's see it. Hold up. Too little. You too little, Lisa. Stop flopping. Stop flopping. Give me the rock. Give me the rock. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. To the basket. Drop step to the left. I didn't even know Aaliyah had a left hand. That's the only times I want Aaliyah to do a drop step to the left, but she never does it, so I just kind of thought she couldn't use her left hand. Another one. Too little. Nice little push up over the top. Just moving different. We need this level of aggression out of AB every single game. The team is desperate for it. That's what we had last year. Oh my God, this move was, I think it's the one that almost had me ready to get up out my seat. The nice little spin off to the rim. She was moving different, AB. It's what we need every single time, AB. You are paid that money for a reason. You are a super duper star. You're not just a superstar. You are the second best center in the entire league, second best big in the entire league. Argue with whoever the fuck you want. It's Abe, it's Asia Wilson, and then it's Aaliyah Boston. And when Aaliyah Boston is locked in and playing the way we need her to play, this team can go places. But we got to be able to defend at some point. So we got to rematch on Saturday against the Dream. That'll be a big game. I think that'll be for the season series. I'm not sure if we'll play them again. I don't think so. I think it's our last time. But yeah, they got that coming up. So we'll definitely be looking out for that on Saturday. With that said, I got nothing else. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.